Hi everyone, this is Weiss coming to you today with my second video blog. And today I am coming to you to speak about the topic of how to stop beating yourself up and shift back to your center. So it's really about how to go from a place where you're really criticizing yourself, you're feeling bad about yourself, you're being really negative in your thinking and your emotions, and how to get out of that pattern and shift back into the center of yourself and really start feeling better. So the reason that I am talking to you about this topic today is because it is really up for me today. The reason I thought of this topic is because this is what I'm experiencing today in this moment. And as I was experiencing it and going through my process of shifting from negativity back into the truth of myself, I realized that this could be really powerful to share with you all because I think that it's quite a human experience that I think that maybe a lot of other people could relate to. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story and what I've honestly been experiencing in the past couple days. So last night I was seeing clients and I really had a couple of tough sessions. I had some difficult things going on with clients. So I think that kind of set me up. And then this morning I woke up early to teach my yoga classes at the studio I teach at. And I got some feedback that I really took personally. And I allowed it to start to get to me. So I started to get into this pattern that I sometimes go into where I was criticizing myself, beating myself up in my head, feeling really negative, starting to go down this kind of really hopeless stream of thought and just feeling really bad. And I know about myself that sometimes I get stuck in this place and it's not fun and I don't like to be there. So that's when I started to decide to shift. And I went through a process, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So the very first thing to do when you want to shift from beating yourself up back into your center, back to feeling really centered and grounded in yourself and at peace, is to notice that you're doing it. So the very first thing that you've got to do to make a shift is to notice and bring awareness to the pattern and really name it. Say, oh, there I go again. I am getting into this negative thinking pattern and I'm beating myself up and criticizing myself. And along with that comes some really negative emotions, maybe anxiety, hopelessness, feeling worthless, feeling down and depressed, whatever it may be. So you've got to notice, oh, I'm doing this, I'm feeling and thinking this way. That's a very first step because as soon as you notice it, then you have the chance to shift. So after you notice and name the pattern, the next thing to do is to decide to do something differently. So this negative thinking and feeling place can be really hard to get out of. I've had that experience where I've spent the whole day in a bad mood. Maybe you spend the whole week feeling negatively because of one thing. So you've got to decide, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. I want something better. I want something different. I decide to feel better. Once you make that decision, then you'll be priming yourself for feeling a different way. So the next thing that I did, and I'm going to share with you all, is something that I actually learned from Abraham and Esther Hicks. If you haven't heard of them, check out Abraham Hicks on YouTube. They're amazing. So what I learned to do was I was standing in my room. I realized that I was beating myself up. I decided I wanted something different. I needed to shift and feel better again. And so what I did, I was folding some clothes in my room. I was standing in my bedroom. And I started to name everything that I love in my environment. So I literally was like, I love this sweatshirt. I love these clothes. I love my bed. I love these blankets. I love this art I have hanging up in my house. I love that I have my own home. And I walked to my bathroom and I said, I love my tub. I love that I have indoor plumbing. I love that I have running water. And then I walked into my kitchen and I was saying this all out loud to myself. I said, I love my kitchen. I love my kitchen supplies. I opened the fridge. I said, I love my food. I love my tea. I love my candles. Like, I really did this. And it is such a powerful practice to shift you from feeling negative, being stuck in negativity, to start to shift into a place of gratitude. So I think gratitude is a pretty popular topic in recent days, about how to address depression and all of that. But I think it's popular for a reason, and I think it's because it works. When you appreciate what you have, when you feel gratitude, you create more things to be grateful for. And you really shift into this vibration of love. So I started to do that. Like, I just walked around my house naming things and saying that I love them. And it's kind of silly, but it really helped me to start the shift. And then the next thing that I did that I want to share with you in my process was, last month was my birthday, and I had some birthday cards and some photos hanging on my fridge. So I was looking at them, naming them. I love my niece and nephews. I love my family because I have pictures of them on my fridge. And I noticed some birthday cards. And I had like another little pile of birthday cards that was on my desk. So I actually gathered a whole pile of birthday cards and I read them. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to fill myself and remind myself that I'm loved, and that I have people that I love in my life. And this was just something that I wanted to share with you all because, even if you don't have birthday cards laying around, maybe you have family photos or pictures or memories that you want to scroll back to say, oh my gosh, I am feeling so much love from my family, from my friends. I'm reading a letter, I'm reading cards, whatever it is. I'm reading messages, emails. Like, I wonder if you could find something to fill yourself up with love from other people in your life. Because sometimes we do need that validation in order to remind in ourselves and bring up in ourselves our own self-love. So I read my birthday cards. And the final thing I did in this process to complete my shift is I decided to share. So really now, in this moment, as I'm sharing my process with you all, I really do feel my shift back into my center, back into my truth, completing. And I will tell you, a couple hours ago, I was feeling down on myself. And now I'm back. I'm back to my center. I'm back to my truth. I'm back to my power. And I think it's really a powerful thing to share with others. And it might be, for you, it might be reaching out and sharing, hey, like, I'm having a bad day. And just being real. Because when you're real and authentic, even when it's hard to be vulnerable, people connect. Like, people appreciate that you are sharing your real, honest life experience. So the final thing I did in my process was share this all with you. And so that's how I shifted from beating myself up, criticizing myself, and feeling down to feeling good again, feeling back in my center. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this was something that you can take away and put into practice. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'll post my website on YouTube in the comments below, so you can click there and find my contact information. So if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please reach out to me. And I look forward to being in touch with you all again soon.